students, who would have thought that I'm here again, continuing the second activity of Chapter 1 for Coffee Month. From then, it's really possible that you believe in your heart that you can do it, and if it's a will of heart, you can do everything even if it's small. Again, I'm Donna G. Marquez La Agavales, partner of 75 Ayala. Welcome to where it all starts. It took a lot of tasty experimentation and exploration before they figure out a new roaster that would achieve a flavor without roasting it. Roasting coffee is an art form. It is a delicate dance of time and temperature. After 2 months of trying and tasting, they finally create a new roaster that has a full aroma without a smoky intonation. Introducing a blend of Latin America to commemorate our first store in 5 days part-time one. Now partner, just for today, sit and sip, forget your trouble, a little bit ignore your task, and let us try the aroma of this.
Sarap naman. Yung gusto mo tikman nila yung sa'yo. Hindi yung 5 days.
Bakit nga kuya ng yung lalagyan ng glaze?
Kuha na lang kayo. Get one and toss.
Hi guys.
Welcome to my channel. Done? Okay, Jo. Now, partner, let us try the aroma of this coffee. This coffee. As I smell this coffee, it has a chocolatey aroma with a smoky aroma of toasted nuts. Now, partner, how about you? What kind of aroma that you're having? Mix, what kind of aroma? Spice. Ba-
Ano? Hints of chocolate.
Okay. Now, partner, just let us try to have our first slurp for us to distinguish the flavor of this coffee. The louder, the better, so that it will sprinkle well with our palate. As I slurp this coffee, it has a chocolatey flavor that reminds me of warm double chocolate pecan bar. The hints of toasted nuts was really evident to its flavor. Now, partner, let us. How about you? Sorry. How about you? What kind of flavor that you're having?
There's dark chocolate.
Dark chocolate.
Same.
Maybe? Same? Okay. Now, let us try our second slurp for us to locate the body and the acidity of this flavor.
Growing.
As I slurp this coffee, it has a medium balanced mouthfeel since it is a medium-bodied coffee. And for the acidity, it stay at the back of my tongue since it has a high acidity level. Like Pike Place Rose was known for its to commemorate our first tour in Shuttle and to further understand partners about the coffee history. Now let us try first the complementary flavor that we have. I choose churros because churros was rich with flavor that we're looking for complementary flavor of Pike. Try those churros, nuts, hazelnut chocolate bar.
Ako talaga yung churros.
Ay, may nagagawin ko po.
Kala ko nga kanina kamote fries.
May kukuha.
Bisida na ako.
May ako, sorry. Okay, okay. Sige lang. Karibe.
Ano, Zoy? Kuha na.
The churros.
Alam, ganito ko lang kayong iyo.
Ano, partner? For you, nag-blend ba yung flavor ng churros mo?
Kapag i-dip mo dito,
I-dip nyo siya sa chocolate kasi yung churros na to may cinnamon siya sa brown. For me, I could say that Thai place has a satisfying balanced cup of coffee because originally it was Thai place blend until it was changed into Thai place roast to commemorate our first store in Seattle, year 2000. Now, partner, just for today, I'm going to highlight those important events of how the Starbucks starts. In 1971, Starbucks opened its first store in Seattle Pike Place Market. It was started with Herman Melville Dick, a classic American novel about a whaling industry in 19th century. Originally, it was named as Starbucks Coffee, Tea, and Spices until it was changed into Starbucks Company. Alfred Pitt mentored the three young men, Jerry Baldwin, Gordon Moeller, and Sam Siegel on how to roast a coffee. From then, they became the founder of Starbucks. Then they each invested $1,350 and borrowed $5,000 from the bank. Luckily, their store became successful and they create their own blend of coffee. Sorry. In 1980, they had 4 Starbucks stores in Seattle. Begin seeing each year having an increased profit. From that time, Starbucks was still based in Seattle, but for also that time, Starbucks was one of the most largest coffee house chains in America. In 1980, CEO and Chairman Howard Schultz joined Starbucks. This was the time that Howard joined Starbucks being a director of marketing and operation. In 1983, Howard Schultz visited Italy and inspired by the country's espresso bar. This was a time that Howard was excited to come back in Seattle to share his idea, but the founder of Starbucks rejected his vision because they believed that that was not the right idea there was looking for. From then, Howard quit his job in Starbucks, and then he created his own business of coffee house chain, and then luckily it became successful and he brought Starbucks for $3.8 million. In 1984, the first Starbucks Cafe Latte was served. In 1985, Howard found Il Giornale. This was the time that Howard started his business of Il Giornale Cafe. From that time, he was serving brewed coffee, espresso beverages using Starbucks beans. In 1987, Il Giornale acquire Starbucks asset. Through the help of local investor, Starbucks became a company itself. In 1997, Philippines became the third market outside North America. Luckily, Philippines was so lucky because we became third country having a Starbucks cafe. And Sirens wants the heart of every Filipino that marks the history and milestone of Starbucks. They have their Starbucks have their first Starbucks in Philippines in 6750 Ayala, Makati. In 2004, first Farmer Support Center opened in San Jose, Costa Rica. This was the time that Hacienda Alsacia became relocated. In 2004, Coffee Master Program launches. In 2008, Pike Place Food launches. Luckily, Pike Place was one of our top-selling coffee. While in 2019, we are also lucky because Starbucks has 30,000 stores over the world. And amazingly, it was started in Pike Place, Seattle. Above all partners,
Tawagin mo tayo.
tapos,
Di ba?
anong lunch ko? Pero,
May churros ka to?
ano, Leo? Ano yan?
Dali, magko-closing remarks na daw.
Closing na ako. Closing na ako, hindi niya na masyado namin.
Agay mo.
Be, ano ko? Post na.
Yan.
At young. Above all partners, don't be such in rush to figure out everything. Let your challenges, trials, and error surprise you, just like how the sirens started with you. That's the big one.
Thank you.